day, your blockchain doesn't work without a community.
That's right.
And so it doesn't matter how smart you are, if no one knows that, or if no one's sharing in that journey of knowledge and sharing information, it's sort of useless.
Yeah. So that is really interesting. And you're on stage. Is that right?
Yeah. We're going to be on stage with Elliot from Chain House. He's going to be talking about different applications of blockchain. And Ferris, I forget Ferris's last name, he's from Instigation Protocol. We're doing One City Blockchain. And when we're on stage, we're talking about something really boring, but I love so much, recycling. And it goes to, again, you got a smart city, but how smart is your city if you don't recycle? Because we always talk about, the other thing we talk about is disaster relief, like Hurricane Dorian, right? How are your communities going to be resilient? And so as part of a smart city plan, you don't know how fragile your city is until you stop having your garbage collected. And then you, whether it's New York or Chicago or Italy, you can shut down the whole city because your garbage isn't being collected. And then as our cities grow, we use a lot of plastic. The piece of plastic bottle you make today, this is sort of like a sermon, I apologize. Water companies don't produce water, they produce plastic bottles that they put water in. And so that same plastic bottle is going to exist in 10,000 years. And so as just a species, we need to figure out how are we going to be smart and actually get recycle, encourage recycling, because it's super important. So that's what we're going to talk about on stage.
Well, that is super important, and it's one of the most important things about a smart city, right? You have to have a way to handle all this stuff, and that's one reason why our next summit, which I was just talking off camera about in Vienna, is the Smart City Edition. And so this implementation of smart technology, smart devices, and of course blockchain. So really pertinent class that you're teaching. How are signups for it? Are people excited about it?
Oh, we're always at maximum capacity. I just want to give I went on a little rant about recycling, but where blockchain comes in on that is tracking. So when you actually produce a plastic bottle, how do you know it gets recycled? Right? It's like
people
magic.
say it's a scam.
Yeah.
I mean, some people say it's a scam. Someone said it the other day. They said the recycling is a scam. I go, really?
And so you see where you're also supposed to recycle your electronic parts, whether you're Best Buy or Hewlett Packard, but where's the accountability on that?
Right.
And so this is where blockchain comes in. It's that distributed ledger of timestamp and encrypted records of transactions, and we're tracking that this electronic device, this plastic bottle, this recyclable, it got manufactured here, this is its lifespan, and it got recycled there. So we're going cradle to grave. It's not necessarily as sexy as cryptocurrencies, are some of the other applications of blockchain, but when we talk about blockchain, the tech, we're talking about, there's a company out there, can I give them a shout out?
Let's give them a shout out.
RecycleGo, RecycleGo, and they're in the recycling business. And so they're using blockchain as a tracking mechanism. Very similar to how Walmart might use blockchain for its leafy vegetables. They're just making sure that when you drink that water bottle and you throw that bottle away, that bottle can be recycled versus ending up on a beach somewhere.
Yeah, well, it's one of the great use cases. You know, that's as we move forward, the more and more use cases we have in blockchain, of course, the better off we all are. So what originally got you into blockchain?